Yeah, parked the days in and taking no days in. Yeah, don't need a vacation, I need a replacement. Wasn't the lights out soon as we came in. Yeah, what are they talking about? What is pertaining? Yeah, need me a therapist to ask if I'm aging. Is it me if you're gauging? All of my demons invading. I live here, no hesitating. They biting the cadence. Go out their way, it's okay. Just lock the doors in the basement. I got a gate with my face in it. Yeah. Icy cold, it is so icy cold. Yeah. Mixing the water with cheese is making the money get mold. Yeah. Trying to be like gang, you better go get it in vogue. Yeah. Put 84s on lanes, I rob how you think it is spokes. We did it, we said it, we smoke. Yeah. We put it out, thought it was smoke. This 504. This is at home, right down the street from Alamo. Brand new, this new place I got to. New world, new sky, that's so blue, it's black too. New growth, all these space I outgrew. Blue bands, get my cash from drop through. Oh yeah, too flash, keep the flash.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, good folks out there. What's up, my guy Adam? How we doing? We are back for episode number 4 of Burning Bridges. I am your boy JB. As you see at the bottom left of the screen, I am King JB. Don't ask me why I'm a king. Just recognize the reality. All right. Welcome back, man. For all you that don't know me, I'm 10-year veteran, NFL veteran, Jamie Bridges. Went to the University of Southern Mississippi to the top. And we have a great guest on today who is one of my brothers in Southern Miss to the top, if you will. If you know, you know. We'll talk about him in just a little bit. But what we do on here on Burning Bridges, man, we give my opinion about some things that are going on in this day and age, in this time right now. Football is running shit. It's the most wonderful time of the year. We're here to talk about every bit of it. First of all, I hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope everything's everything, man. Hope y'all staying safe, doing what you got to do. Take care of your families, all right, and make sure everything is straight on the up and up. You dig? Let's get right into it, man. NCAA, right? We had some crazy games go on. A couple games, recap-wise. Arkansas took down Texas A&M. Texas A&M was number 7. Arkansas was number 16. Baylor, unranked, took down Iowa State. That was number 14. I think it was 31-29. But Arkansas and Texas A&M game was 20-10. Oklahoma squeaked by West Virginia. Right. Shout out to Spencer Rattler for ignoring all of the heckles, you know what I'm saying? Like they was calling for the backup quarterback. They was calling for that boy head after the second quarter, right? So shout out to that young man for overcoming adversity and showing his mental fortitude and getting the W. May play well down the stretch. Georgia Tech, just disappointed. Number 21, North Carolina, 45-22. Goodness gracious, they put a good whooping on that ass. All right, now, some notable games coming up, right? It's a big week 4 in the NCAA right now. We're only going to talk about top 25 games, right? Because those are the ones that kind of always matter, right? Georgia and Arkansas, right? Georgia being number 2, Arkansas being number 8. Hey, beware, all right? We're going to see what Georgia really got right now because Arkansas offense is putting up some good numbers. And Georgia's offense is, they bullies against the team they can bully. But, we saw what they did earlier in the season, going back and forth. I want to say, who the fuck did they play earlier in the year? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know. Y'all figure it out. But either way it go, Clemson. And then Clemson have a very good offensive team. So, man, we're going to see what's going to happen. BYU, number 13, versus Utah State. Now, this is the Battle of the Mormons, right? So it's always going to be a nasty game. We got a bunch of 25 and 26-year-old kids out there playing football in college, right? So it's always going to be a big-time game. I say that respectfully. I know y'all's religion. I know how y'all work. Now we got Louisville, right, going against Wake Forest, number 22 and 24. Wake Forest. This might be an upset waiting to happen. Louisville is playing some good ball. Wake Forest is clinging to a 4-0 at number 24. Cincy versus Notre Dame. Now we're gonna see how good Notre Dame really is because Cincy has a real tough ball club. All right, and that's Cincinnati. All right, Oklahoma, number 19 versus Baylor, number 21. Upset alert. All right, Baylor is playing tough ball, and Oklahoma is not as good as they're advertising right now. All right, we got number 22 Auburn versus the unranked LSU. Right, beware. Okay, just beware. everywhere. And if it's in Death Valley, then I think Auburn is about to go down. All right, and then we got Arizona State, who was unranked. They lost their ranking after last week's. They won last week, but still, they lost to a team before that, and it knocked them out. But we got UCLA at number 20. All right, so that's a big Pac-12 game coming up. All right, now recapping the NFL, man. We had some wild shit going on in the NFL. First of all, I want to say sorry to the Philly fans. I apologize to y'all. I know how passionate y'all are about them damn Eagles, man. And nobody likes to see the Cowboys win, but they got a decent squad over there, right? Dak and all them cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel Elliott, you know what I'm saying? And CeeDee Lamb, and they really put it together. And of course, Philadelphia, y'all right there, right? Y'all right there. It's not time to sell the house yet. All right, it's not time to call in the motherfucking corner. It's not time yet, right? It's just not time yet. Y'all got a rookie coach, right? Y'all got a second-year guy at quarterback who's going to be a good one, right? You got a young squad. Y'all got some injuries going on defense. Hey, it's not time to sell the house just yet. All right, chill. Y'all did take that L to Dallas last night on Monday Night Football. ATL, not ATL. Sorry, Arizona. Yeah, we tacked on that W. So to get to 3-0 over Jacksonville, even though they made history. We'll talk about that a little later on in the show. Panthers got the win over the Texans, as I predicted, and the Saints beat the Patriots. Man, got the young boy, Mac Jones, throwing about 3 picks. Ravens took down the Lions. Sorry, Benny. If you guys didn't know, I'm one half of the JV and Benny Blue Review. That's my other show. All right. And Benny is a diehard, of course, for those damn Detroit Lions. Justin Tucker made history, and we'll talk about that a little later as well. The Rams got the W over Tampa Bay. Man, they look really well. I ain't going to lie. They look good. But as I spoke about in episodes prior, the Rams offense is a machine, right? And machines are meant to be broken. Just understand that. All right. We got them boys this week. All right, now the Vikes took off on the Seahawks. Whoa. All right. Stafford does look great against the Bucs, man. Stafford is an upgrade from Goff to the 10th power, of course. But again, Adam, that offense is a machine, right? So it's plug and play. You can put anybody in that offense and they'd be good as long as they learn the offense and they run the offense where it's supposed to be ran. I shout out to Sean McVay for keeping it tight and keeping everything up to par with that offense, man. Making sure them guys are coached up and doing the things they're supposed to be doing. That time has come, guys. I'm not sure if our guy is in the studio just yet. I did tell him to be in the studio about 7:42, but oh shit! Look at this guy. It's my brother. What's going on? I ain't even had a chance to introduce your ass yet. I was like, yo, I don't even know if he's in the studio just yet. I ain't looked at my phone. Usually, Johnny will text me and be like, yeah, he's sitting there.
Yeah.
All right, but I got. For all you guys out there, you good folks out there, it's my guy, man, my boy. I've known this cat for years, man. You know, so we did attend the University of Southern Mississippi for most of the years. Jamie, how old are you?
40, 42?
42. So I knew you. I knew you were about a year older than me. Yeah. So, my man, right now,
okay. No. I'm a year older than you. I was talking about this on my show the other night. So I'm a year older than you. We graduated on the same exact day.
We did. Yeah.
And I was like. So you made it a little quicker than I did as far as getting through college. But
I had that push behind me, right? No bigs, right? So listen, I'm going to tell the folks out there, Jamie. Go ahead.
You sat near me because Arrington and Bridges, and I was telling the guys on the show, I was like, "That's the last thing I remember from that day because that night I don't remember anything that happened after that point."
That was a blur. Like literally from the moment them hats went up. Right, and I spoke to my folks. Like as soon as I got away from them, me and my girlfriend we had drank already. It was a mess. It was a mess. But hey, we got that piece of paper. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
right?
Hey, that's all that matters. Yeah, absolutely.
So listen, I got to give you my patent introduction. So guys out there and girls out there, good folks, I'm putting this man in the category as one of the most interesting men in the world. All right, for the moment I've known him. All right, let me just get some of the accomplishments this man has made. He was a mascot at the University of Southern Mississippi, all right, who our mascot is called Seymour, right? Now, I got to ask you real quick, was that you fighting in Alabama and Birmingham? Was that you?
Yeah, that was.
That was you, yeah. So, guys, if you've never seen that clip, Yeah, if you've never seen that clip, we were down in Birmingham. That's the night we beat Alabama 21-0. By the way, that was my junior year on the field, and our guy here, our mascot Seymour, got into it with Alabama's mascot, and they literally had a WWF wrestling match right on the sideline behind Alabama's bench. It was fucking classic. If you've never seen it before, please Google it, YouTube. You will laugh your ass off. All right, so he was Seymour. All right. Then he went on to the professional ranks, okay? Chicago Bears, he was Stanley Bear. All right. How long did you do that?
One season, 2003.
One season, good deal. And then he came out to the desert, guys, you know what I'm saying? And he represented our Arizona Coyotes. He was Howler. How long were you Howler?
2005, 2006.
2005, 2006. Now, on top of all that, my man is a stand-up comedian. This is currently now, all right? And a boxing judge, we got to get into that, all right? And a host.
Oh, yeah.
And a host of the podcast To the Top Talk, all right? And that is based on our alma mater, the University of Southern Mississippi. This, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about this man that is to my right on the computer, to the left, if you will, facing you guys. All right, my man, my brother, Jamie Arrington. Welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me. When you coming back to the Hub City?
Shit, I don't know when they put my damn head on the Eagle Walk.
Well, yeah, fair enough. And I knew you. I see your flag back there, the Cardinals flag, and I don't have a Bridges jersey, but
send me your address, bro. Don't worry about it.
I've got a Cardinals jersey. I've got one Cardinals jersey from that era, and it'll make sense when I pull it up. I had to break it out. I had to get the Arrington. I had to get
there
the
you go.
Arrington.
JJ Arrington, yes, sir.
I ran into him. He signed it for me. I don't know if you can see it on there, whatever. But he didn't like my Arrington jokes, but he was cool.
Yeah, he's kind of sensitive. You gotta watch JJ, man.
Yeah,
about the running backs, bro. They're strange people. They're strange people. But so, all right, let's get into it, man. You're on the show. I'm glad we got you on, man. I'm blessed to have you. Now, we know the mascot thing, right? That was for funsies. You know what I'm saying? That was for fun. You had a good time with it. All right. First of all, where the fuck did the boxing judge thing come from, bro?
Okay, it's really easy to get to be a boxing judge in Mississippi. Now, they just so I did some stuff in boxing. I had a buddy of mine that wrote for a website, and then he got his own website eventually. So I was like a hanger-on. So I'd go to the fights, and like he would put me down as his photographer. So one time we showed up to an HBO fight. It is Tarver versus Glencoff Johnson for the light heavyweight title, and we get there, and Antonio Tarver. They had me listed as a photographer because he just wanted to get me in.
Yeah.
And we get there, and we're like, well, where's my seat at? And they're like, oh, you're over here. And so I was up on the ring, and I had a point and click camera. So you had all these dudes around me with like big, and then you see me going like, it was hilarious. So I was kind of a hanger-on. I did some stuff, kind of. I wrote a few articles or anything. But so he was promoting a fight in Jackson. And asked me if I wanted to judge because I was around. I felt like I was pretty savvy, and I did everything I needed to do to get to do that. So let's dive into the story because this is a good one. So the main event that night was a local guy named Kenny Craven, and he was fighting Butterbean. So that was like
the Bean.
The undercard on that fight was former ice skating queen Tanya Harding. She was fighting on the undercard of that fight. And VIP that night was, just as a special guest, was Leon Spinks, the former heavyweight champion, defeated Ali, no front teeth. So after we finished the fights, and I gave Tanya the win and Butterbean the loss. I felt like Kenny Craven outworked him that night. So we're sitting there at the hotel lobby. This is in Jackson, Mississippi, waiting to go to the after party. The shuttle's coming to pick us up. So I'm sitting there in the lobby, and then Tanya comes down, and we're hanging out. And then Leon comes down, and we're just waiting on the shuttle bus. And I was just like, this is kind of surreal. This is kind of crazy. So we go to this after party. The after party, this was a classy event. It was sponsored by Hooters. And so they had the two bone wings, and Leon was taking the two bone wings. You know what I'm talking about? The flats. Yeah. and he stuck him in between the gap on his teeth, and he'd rip the bones out, and the meat would come off in through the gap in his teeth. And so that's how he was consuming the 2-bone wings, which was very entertaining to me. So we go back to the hotel, and we hit it off. Like we were having a blast. We were sitting there, drink shots, whatever. And Leon is drunk off his ass, and so we had to tuck this man into bed. And Tanya's like, I got a case of Bud. Let's have some drinks. I was like, all right, cool. So we go to Tanya's room. We're sitting there like chairs, just shooting the bull, just talking. And she was a sweetheart. She was awesome. And this is what happens next. She goes, I need a dip. And she reaches in her purse and she pulls out a can of Copenhagen and sticks it in. And it was like so on brand for Tanya Harding. But that was the extent of my boxing judge career. But ended on a high note.
The stories don't get no better than that, man. Tanya Harding, she seems like your patented hillbilly queen, but it's all love. You know what I'm saying? I trust me, she'd have got mad respect from me if she'd have pulled out and started popping that can. I'd have been just been like, you know what? It was like you started with the case of beer, and now you come on now. You know what?
Now you're breaking it out, man. Hey,
we are all right, young lady. You know what I'm saying? We are doing just fine. All right, we good. So. Did that, right? Now, currently, we are a stand-up comedian, right? Along, of course, with the podcast. How long you been doing the podcast?
Been doing the podcast for, I guess we're about 5.5 years now. Yeah, 5.5 years.
Deep in the game.
It's wild.
Good deal. Yeah, outstanding. It's amazing how fast it happens, right? Like
it is.
This one, of course, this one came to me, you know what I'm saying, through of course, you know what I'm saying, the AAT Sports Network, which is a family from All About the Birds, my guys out in Philadelphia, of course, showing mad love, Johnny, you and Chip and the crew. And then, of course, the Jamie and Benny Blue Review podcast I've been doing for over 3 years now. Right, man, we're on episode 194. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it happens so fast. So as far as the comedian thing, right, you've always been a funny guy, right? You know, let us tell it because we were always drunk when we were around each other, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to tell whether you were funny or whether it's just alcohol. Right? And like Benny, it's crazy because Benny's a comedian, right?
Yeah.
You got to do my podcast with Benny. He's a comedian, right? So I know the grind. I know the struggle, right? You know what I'm saying? Me and Benny used to host comedy shows, you know what I'm saying, North Hollywood and so on and so forth. So I know how it goes. So how did you get in the game, comedian-wise? Like, what sparked that?
So I always wanted to do it. Like, it's something that, like, even as like a kid, I was like, all right, I'm going to do this one day. And I think I've always needed like a creative outlet. So I got to be, I moved back to Mississippi 2007. And I just kind of had this itch. I was like, man, I just want to do it, but there's nowhere to really do it or whatever. So finally, like 2010, I was 30 years old. And I was like, all right, if I'm going to do it, now's got to be I got to do it now. And so a local radio station, Rock 104 in Hattiesburg, had an open mic comedy contest. The winner got $500. So I was like, all right, this is it. If I'm going to do it, I got to do it now. So I go there, I get there, and there were dudes in like camo out front, like bull and crawfish. I was like, oh man, this is not my target demographic. I don't know how this is going to go. This is going to be, So I started getting nervous. So I go in and did great. I mean, like if I told the jokes now, they wouldn't be as funny, but because the night as a whole was so terrible, it worked for me, and I ended up winning, and I ended up meeting a guy named Mercer Morrison, who we were like, oh, we got to keep doing this. So let's start our own scene. So we started. We reached out to a burrito joint in Hattiesburg, and they let us have shows. And then we got a local bar to let us do an open mic. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. We finally got to where we were booking like legitimate comics and bringing them to Hattiesburg. And a lot of the people that we booked early on have like exploded. Like Nate Bargatze's really blown up. Hannibal Buress is really blown up. I mean, a lot of the folks that it just kind of snowballed. And then there was a comedian that I really liked in New York City. Just kind of like icing on the cake. So there's a comedian I really liked. His name was Todd Barry. He was on Flight of the Conchords. And I went to New York and I ran into him. I met him. And I said, you need to come. We'd love to have you. So he came down and did a show. So he came back another time, like 2 years later. And he calls me because he's writing a book. And he starts asking me things that happened while he was in Hattiesburg. And we talked about it, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. So then his book came out, and the title of his book is "Thank You for Coming to Hattiesburg," and it's a story. It's a book about all of his travels in comedy. So it was just kind of wild that of all the places he went to, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it right here. Of all the places he went to, it just evolved into being named after Hattiesburg, which is where I'm at, the hub city, and so it was really cool for that to happen.
Baby,
the Berg, a small city like Hattiesburg, for us to be able to put them on the map, it's been really awesome. So.
That's awesome. That's great to hear, man. Stories are just piling up. Listen, I just want to shout out to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I love y'all still to this day, even though I don't come around very often. Me and Southern Miss beefing right now, right? It is what it is. I need to be on the Eagle Walk. I'm serious, Jamie. Like, all the work I put in for that school. Like, come on, man. I'm probably one of the most.
I do not disagree. I do not.
Look,
and Hall of Fame
the
too.
Offensive line with me, Tuck, Hemi, right? So all that, right? The offensive line with me, Tuck, Hemi, Young Parquette, and Billy Badass. You know what I'm saying? Our junior year, and then of course Hicks. You know what I'm saying? Our senior year. Man, come on, man. We had D Nix was a hell of a running back, but he had to work too goddamn hard. You know what I'm saying? Until he got to the second level. Let's just be honest, man. So. We've been, and it's not just me. It's a collective effort, bro. Like Jerry Parquette's talking to Cox down there. You know, what I'm saying, just trying to figure out what we gotta do. We got cats on the Eagle Walk, man, and we don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they need to.
So we kind of beefing right now.
They need to update that.
Shout out
and I want
to. You damn right, Jamie. Right.
I want to make my case too. Yeah, Hall of Fame, everything. I mean, you spent like what? I mean, you had a like all conference career in Hattiesburg, anyways. But you spent like what 10 years in the league? Yeah, there's no reason why you shouldn't be. But I will say this: Hall of Fame. Yeah, you definitely should be in there. But I should be in there too. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we took Seymour first time ever to the Mascot Nationals. We finished 10th, and then we finished 7th my second year. We were on the first Capital One All-America team. There was we kind of laid the foundation for that. So, and then NFL and NHL. Nobody in Southern Miss is worn a jersey in the NHL. Come on now. So come on. I think I need some love too. I don't Eagle Walk probably not.
You hear that? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more so for players, you know what I'm saying? Like the act. Hall of Fame, most definitely. You hear that?
Hall of Fame.
You hear that, Southern Miss? You got 2 Hall of Famers right here on the Burning Bridges podcast. All right. Both Southern Miss alum, both rep proudly. All right, Southern Miss to the top all day, every day. All right, it is what it is, man. Like, get up off your ass and let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We had the mascot fight in 2002, man. Let it run real quick, man. Just let it rip. That's why you got to love Johnny U, man.
Hey,
that's why you got to love him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You want to hear that story?
Yeah. Tell us a story real quick before you play it. Yeah, go ahead. Tell us a story real quick.
So we were, me and the mascot at Alabama were buddies. We worked Universal Cheerleading Association camp together. We were roommates, and we were talking that summer. We're like, let's do something big this year. So we got to the game like 4 hours for the game. We blocked out this fight. And if you watch it on YouTube, it's about 5 minutes long, and you can see the exhaustion just like pouring out of the suits. So we did this fight. We tried to use every move that was popular in WWE. Like I hit him with a stunner. He hit me with a rock bottom. He threw me through the kicker's net. I hit him over the head with a trash can, so forth and so on. Long story short, we did about $600. We did about $600 worth of damage. He had to go apologize to Coach Francione. The SEC issued a mandate, which is still in place to this day, that mascots are not allowed to interact during the game anymore, and that's because of us in that fight. So go look it up on YouTube and send me.
So Johnny, no, we about to look at it right now. Johnny,
there we go.
Spin it. This is awesome. This is awesome. Patent wrestling stuff, right?
Patent wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
And that was
guys. Bomb. There we go. Good.
That was a little Roy Jones action. You couldn't really see it with the fat suit on, but I tried to do a little behind the back.
Yeah, I saw when you put the hands behind the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that. Oh shit! Here we go to net. Boom.
And that was.
Meanwhile, the crowd was loving this, right? Right. The crowd was loving
this. Right? They were loving it.
Wow.
But God bless the Alabama kicker. He was screwed the rest of the night. Nothing he could do.
Nothing he could do. Now this is 2002, so that was the year. That was in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, that was in Tuscaloosa. Yeah, that was after.
Oh, okay. That was the year after. Yeah, that was the year after we beat them.
I was there with you at that game in Birmingham where the 21-0, which was it was so hilarious watching just the mass exodus and the it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So, Jamie, you're going to get the pleasure. All right, that was great. Appreciate you, Johnny. All right, I always count on you for things like that. Now, you're going to get the pleasure of doing 2 segments for my show. All right, the first one's going to be called JB's Old Shit Plays of the Week. Right now, the way this works, all right, the way this works is that we got 5 plays coming up from the NFL weekend, all right, and Johnny U's going to let them run. All right, so Johnny U, go ahead and drop that.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Number 5, all right. We got this is Malachi Carter, all right. TD grab, Georgia Tech. Ah, hey, number 1, you got moused, all right. Oh yeah,
it's
like that. It's like that.
There was another play that happened last night similar to that. I don't know if you're gonna play that or not.
No, we got these running. All right, now. Oh, my God. Let me explain this real quick, Jamie. Now, this is my birds, all right? We attempted a 68-yard field goal. Now, my man Prater good, but he ain't that goddamn good, all right? So here's the thing about coaching. Don't kick a long field goal because guys like myself had to tackle his little ass, and it don't work out very well. All right, Jamal Agnew returns for 109 goddamn yards. Whew! That's a league record. Number 3, all right, we got wide receiver Devin Carter. He snags one, all right? Let me get that. Look at that. Jamie, the ball adjustment on this one. Outstanding.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Great pass. Now, great pass, but the ball adjustment on this. Look at it. Ah, nice.
Great game, too. Great game,
2 feet, baby. Great game. Outstanding game. Clemson still ranked. I don't know how. All right. Justin Tucker. Sorry, Benny, again.
Oh.
66 yards, man. Boink.
That was painful. Man, I feel for him.
That's rough right there, man. That's
they are the Lions,
man.
I
that's
still
rough. That is rough. That is rough. And all right, here we go with number 1. All right. Oh, we got to show it again. Boink.
Ooh.
Oh, baby. How fortunate. Living right, man. John Harbaugh. I say it all the time, Jamie. John Harbaugh living right, man. Not
definitely.
John Harbaugh? No. Yeah. No.
Oh, my God.
Living right.
I didn't see that one.
Now, listen. Now, Romello Brinson, all right, Miami wide receiver. This is probably the high point of Miami's fucking season. It's probably the best thing they're going to get all year. It's so bad. The U
they need to give him
ain't
the
what
chain
it
after
used
that
to be. Yeah, right. Let him go pawn that bitch.
Let him do a song.
Oh, my God.
Or something. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think they banned Luke from Miami. He's the king of Miami. He's
yeah.
Hey, Luke is still the mayor of Miami. Like, literally, he's like the mayor of Miami at this point, right? Shout out to Uncle Luke. We love to see it, man. So that's our JB's old shit plays of the week. But we ain't done, Jamie, all right? Because our next segment is going to be a little more entertaining, a whole lot more to talk about. This is JB's of the weekend, okay? So we do a number of tweets. I send these to Johnny's DM, and he puts them up. And it's just good, wholesome tweets. Either it's going to be heartwarming or it's going to be just funny as hell. All right, so let's see what you got, Johnny. The hell Johnny doing? Johnny fell asleep over there?
On the spot.
Johnny on the spot. He always is.
Oh, there we go.
All right, now this is for the Valley. This is Valley shit right here, okay? This is Valley shit right here, all right? We are repping the Valley. Our Mercury, all right, made it to the semifinals, if I'm not mistaken, all right? And my man J.J. Watt is repping the OG, the one and only, the point goddess, if you will, Miss Taurasi, all right? So that's love right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
no one does it better. No one does it better.
No one does it better, baby. You know what I'm saying? We still hold on real quick, Jay. We still gotta work on JJ's game day attire, right? He looks like he looks like he's going to a beer drinking contest, you know what I'm saying, out in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, right? I'm not going
and the cheese beer.
You got to tell him. I can't tell him.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Yeah, I'll tell him. He ain't that tough, right? He act like he ain't tough, right? All right. Jamie, you can appreciate this, right? You can appreciate this, all right? So shout out to our guy, Samuel, what is that, 101 TS, all right? Coolest duck game ever. People out there, good people out there. If you don't know who these two African-American gentlemen are sitting behind these young Caucasian gentlemen, that is a one Big Boy, all right, and a one Andre 3000 from the greatest well, I ain't gonna say the greatest, right? Because I am from the South, and UGK is probably the greatest rap group to me. But top 5 greatest rap group ever, right? Outkast. That's Outkast with a K. All right. Now, for people that don't understand why they're at the game, Big Boy's son, all right, plays for the Oregon Ducks.
Oh, okay.
Right?
That was my next question. I was like, what are they doing in Oregon?
Yeah, he was a preferred walk-on, right? And I think that he might have earned a scholarship or is on the way to earn a scholarship. He was a preferred walk-on. Of course, we all know money's not an issue, you know what I'm saying, growing up in the house of the Patton household, right? So how dope is that, though, Jamie, right? To be at a game and you just have to turn around and be like, oh, shit. Woo!
That's that's wild. Who have you ever had anybody just creep up on you at a game? You ever seen anybody that just showed up?
I you know what? I done been in LA, you know what I'm saying? So I done been to Laker games and shit like that. So I always see celebrities, right? But I ain't never just been sitting there and turning around like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's Kim Kardashian, right? I knew I smelled plastic.
Yeah. I sat behind David Spade at a concert at Glendale Arena one time. Like,
yeah, that sounds about
long
right.
time ago. Yeah. It was great sitting behind him because he's so short. It made it easy to see the concert.
There you go. A lot of hair, but
that was kind of random. But it wasn't Big Boy and Andre 3000 for sure.
Not at all. All right, so it's a whole nother level. All right, coming up next. Shout out to Complex Sports for tweeting this. Everybody, man, look, we're gonna let this play like 4 times, bro. Look at Jameis. All right, look at Jameis.
He said, "Look your teammate in the eye," and he just
the speech was being given, right, and he made in the eye, basically. You know what I'm saying? We want to. You just, you're looking for the commitment at this point.
He counting on you.
Yeah.
Play for the man beside you. Man, look at the man beside you. Look at him. He counting on you.
Jamie, look, meanwhile, Jameis is amen in everything he said. Jameis, I got his back. Right?
Yeah.
Jameis done look little buddy dead in his eyes. What a clown. Effortless, though, right? Shout out to Jameis Winston, man. I'm glad he's having success over there in New Orleans, man. You going to catch the New Orleans? You going to catch the Saints game this year?
I hope so. Absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to, man. It's always a great time in the Big Easy, and I haven't been in a few. Well, obviously, I hadn't been in a few years. I don't think anybody's been in a few years, but yeah, I got to get down there.
All right, we got people still sliding down there. Right. This is
Ooh.
Yo, this is from Yo, I don't know which one is worse, the tight end or Allen. Like, go back to the wide shot, Johnny. You go back to the wide shot. Look at the tight end's hand and look at Allen's hand. What in the hell, bro?
Here's the thing.
You gotta be a sick, sadistic son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying, to be in the locker room.
You got to save that one because I mean, like the Bills legitimately could be a Super Bowl team in the next few years. So you got to save this photo for future use because
that is yes. You just got to save the photo, period. They're going to be the worst team in the NFL for the next 5 years. You got to save that photo. So shout out to one of the pages I follow, the Black Adam Scheffner. How about that name?
He's great. He's great.
The Black Adam Scheffner. He's very informative, right? If you don't follow him on Twitter, please follow my guy. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now, so our guy, Mario Cristobal, we're talking about Oregon again, all right? The head of the Oregon Ducks, the head coach. This young man is a true freshman, Jamie, right? True freshman. So let's just, for the people, and I got to talk about this later on Boiling Bridges about hard coaching and the difference between hard coaching and abuse. But so the young man makes a great play. Football's an emotional game. He spins the ball, gets up, bam, B-boy poses for him. Now, the significance of this is that they're trying to get down to score and they're trying to put a nail in the coffin. As a matter of fact, they're doing a 2-minute drill before the second half. So they're trying to get some points again to put on the board. Of course, the more points you can pull ahead on the team, the better off you're going to be, right? Young Buck decided he wanted to show off a little bit. Let it run again. Playing against the University of Arizona, and they were playing them really tough, right? So Coach Cristobal decides he wants to get in that boy's ear. Now, nothing wrong with this, right? I'm going to leave it at that. Right? Nothing wrong with this. The young man was very respectful. He looked him dead in his eyes. He knew he fucked up, right? Cristobal said what he needed to say, went on about his business, right?
Yeah.
Didn't touch him, didn't hit him, didn't pull his neck, did none of that, right? Didn't do none of that. So we appreciate you for being on. I want the people to know out there what you got going on, Jamie. Like comedy shows coming up. Plug your social media. Give them the information to the Top Talk. Let them know, man.
All right, yeah. Follow me on Twitter at Jamie_Arrington. To the Top Talk at To the Top Talk. If you search for Southern Miss on iTunes or Spotify, we're one of the first podcasts that pops up. If that's your thing, occasionally we'll have other folks on. We had JB on there a few years ago. It might be time to do that again at some point.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And if you ever make it back to the bridge, you're always welcome at the tailgate. My next show, October the 21st, I'm with Louis Katz at Brewski's in Hattiesburg.
Dope.
So it's gonna be a great time.
Outstanding. Good deal. Jamie, we appreciate you stopping by. All right, you know you my brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Southern Miss to the top all day, every day. I wanted to ask you one question before you left.
Yeah.
Will Hall, is he our future?
I love him. And it's gonna be a process, but I think we're about to start seeing the process kind of take shape. Maybe starting this weekend. So I think it's going to be it's not going to happen this year, but I think like down the road, I think big things are ahead. He's doing some amazing things. He's got the energy we haven't had in a while.
Good. And just seeing that, like he reached out to me on Twitter, right?
Oh, wow.
Outstanding,
yeah.
right? I was shocked. He reached out to me, saying like, yo, we got to get you back to the school, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, man, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That man took time out of his day to, hit me up because he saw the interaction. Like I'm very active on Twitter when it comes to Southern Miss anything, right? I just tweeted earlier about our girls basketball team got their new locker room done. They deserve it. Great job, ladies. You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. Yeah, but of course, man, it's Southern Miss to the top all day. Anybody that know me know that without a doubt. So, Jamie, again, man, appreciate you being on the show. All right. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate your time. We'll have you on here pretty soon. Again, you're my brother, dog. You know what I'm saying? Southern Miss to the top. Tell everybody I said what's up. You know what I'm saying?
And, likewise. Absolutely.
My man, good. So we'll talk to you soon, big dog. All right.
All right. Now, you take care, Jeremy.
All the time. You do the same. Peace. All right, people out there. All right, that was our man, Jamie Arrington. We are blessed to have him on the show. Again, I put him down as one of the most interesting men in the world. All right, we're about to pay some bills. Have Johnny, you come on, pay some bills, and then we'll come back and we'll get our NFL picks, and then we'll do an episode of Boiling Bridges. You are watching Burning Bridges, man.
All righty, and to pay some bills here quickly and get you back to the wonderful Jeremy Bridges. You don't want to see my face too much. So we got Manscaped, partnered with AET Birds. Use the code AET Birds for 20% off and free shipping at checkout. We also have La Terrain luxury watches. Use the code AAT Birds at checkout for 10% off. We have the shop, AATsportsnetwork.com/shop. A lot of new designs that are up there. Like I say, if you want any designs, if you have something that you want to see on a shirt or anything like that, hit us for you. Oddsjam.com, using the arbitrage calculator to not lose money. And we also have Statement Games as well. Statement Games, a fun, free fantasy twist on sports. And then also All About the Birds is expanding. Please follow the new AAT Sports Network on Twitter at AAT Sports _. Sports is what we're all about. And I will turn it back over to JB and get it going. It's all you, bud.
All right, bro. Well, you got to stick around, man. We got picks to do, man. So you got to stick around. All right, we got picks. We got to roll through these NFL picks. But first, how did we do last week?
So you and I both went, we're both 35-13. You went 12-4 last week. I went 13-3. So we're both, at number one, but let's see who makes it out this week as number one. That's
right. Good deal. Well, let's get right into it. All right. First game starting on Thursday, September the 30th. That's right. God damn it. September is almost over. Shit. Jiminy. cricket. We got the Jaguars versus the Bengals. I got to go with the Bengals after what I saw they did to Pittsburgh. I've said the last couple of weeks that I think the Bengals are progressing forward, right? Defensively was always the issue with me. I didn't know much about their defense, but they're strong, they're aggressive, they play fast. And, of course, they beat up on a Steelers team that's they can always be dangerous. Right, they didn't have T.J. Watt playing. I get it, but we don't give a damn who's playing. We're just trying to get the W. Right, so I gotta go with the Bengals on that one. Right.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's the Bengals. Jacksonville is, there's no.
Oh, they might go 0-16, 0-17, whatever they're going on. Washington, the Washington football team versus the Falcons. All right, in Atlanta. All right, in the big yeah. The big Maybach, the Mercedes-Benz dome, make a dome your home. To be honest, man, I got to go with the Washington football team, right? I think that the Falcons played well last week. Shout out to them. I mean, they got the W, but I mean, they beat up on a Giants team that's, you can put your finger up and let the wind blow, and that's the way the Giants are going to go. So I got to roll the Falcons on. I got to roll the Washington football team on this one. Next.
I agree with you on that.
Go ahead.
No, I agree with you on that one.
Good deal. Texans-Bills. Well, we just talked about the Bills. Mr. Arrington, one of our JV's favorite tweets with Josh Allen and his tight end posing for a prom picture that was classic shit. So, of course, I got to roll with the Bills on this one. They're playing at home. The Texans, although David Culley is doing a great job, with the scraps that he has, and I say that respectfully, right, because these still professional athletes, right? Of course, them losing Tyrod Taylor, it's going to be a gigantic blow. I don't expect them to die, lay down, but Bills are going to do what they're going to do at home, especially.
Yeah, it's all Bills there. Houston's no match.
Now, yeah, right, without a doubt. Now, we got the Bears versus the Lions. This is a tricky one now. All right, this is the tricky one. Justin Fields is starting, right? Now, one thing the Lions saw is they saw how Cleveland got a hold to them boys. Now, the Bears' offensive line is hot, stinking ass zoo dirt, right? It's just bad, right? The Lions do have an aggressive ass defense, and they just lost Jamie Collins. I think they were trying to shop him around. Nobody was biting, so they released him. There's probably something a little deeper there, whatever, we'll see. But I got to go with the Lions on this one. I think the Lions get their first win. I think Justin Fields continues to struggle because I think he's going to be running for his goddamn life the whole game. So I'm going to go with the Lions on this one. They get their first win.
Yeah, I went Chicago. I don't know. I think the Lions are going to Lions.
Square biz. All right, so we got the Panthers. My Panthers, my former employees, Cat Scratch Fever, versus them damn Cowboys. Now, this is going to be a good game, all right? This is going to be a really good game. We got two teams that are pretty much evenly matched, to be completely honest. I think position for position, you can go down the board and be like, okay, this guy's as good as this guy, and so on and so forth, right? But I still got to roll with Cat Scratch Fever, but I think they're going to end up being 4-0. After this, I think the Panthers get the win. I think they eke it out. I think they create enough turnovers just to get that damn W and get the hell out of Jerry's world. So I got the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm not picking the Cowboys. The Cowboys may be better, but I'm not picking the Cowboys. Not after last night. I won't do it.
I knew it. I know your loyalty won't let you do it. Coach Dolphins, all right. Jacoby Brissett is going against his former club. I got to go with the Dolphins on this. Oh, the coach just ain't it. All right. Shout out to Frank Wright and what he tried to do. They brought in Carson Stentz, whatever the fuck his name is, and it just ain't working out. Right? It just ain't working out. I'm rolling with the Dolphins on this one.
I think the Colts will finally get their first win. I think they'll luck in the win. Brissett played well, but I think the Colts will luckily get the win. And for the Eagles' first-round pick, the Colts need to win at least a couple of games to make sure they play once for 75%. But I think Colts win.
I can dig it. We got Browns-Vikings, all right, in the big Viking ship. The Browns are going to take their talents to Minnesota. And I think they get the win. All right. I think the Browns get the 3-1. I think they finally start clicking. They got OBJ back. The Vikings can hurt you in certain ways, but one thing that the Vikings can't face is that pass rush. And the thing about the Browns, they can get to you with 4 guys, right? And they stop the run very well. So they have the ability as defensive linemen to 2-gap or play that hybrid 2-gap to get your hands on a lineman, and then they can still play and run, but they still got them hogs of Myles Garrett, you know what I'm saying, and Jadeveon Clowney coming from them ends hot and heavy. So I think the Browns get a nice little victory. Nothing heavy, you know what I'm saying. I forgot to talk about the Lions. So the Lions is 2 for Cleveland, and I think that's going to serve them correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the one thing you also look at for Myles Garrett is if Brian O'Neill can't play for Minnesota, they have a backup left tackle. I think it's Rashad Hill.
Rashad Hill from Southern Miss. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's to me, I don't think that's much of a match for Myles Garrett, unfortunately. Myles Garrett thinks he's going to have a hell of a game. So for me, I just think Cleveland's just too much for Minnesota at this point.
Without a doubt. Saints Giants, of course, they're playing down in the big gumbo bowl. Saints get the win. There's nothing else to talk about. Giants is just not it right now.
Agree. See how quick that was?
That was it, right? Jets Titans. All right. Whew. All right, so last week, I got to tell the story. I was at some friend's house, and they are from New York. They're a diehard Jets fan. It was one of the funniest things I've ever watched in my life, right? The passion that they have for these Jets, and I feel sorry for them. Ramilise, I love y'all. All right, Ashley, baby girl, Rock, my nephew. I feel sorry for y'all. All right, I feel for you, but the Titans gonna get the win in New York. Zach Wilson gonna continue to struggle. All right, he gonna continue to get beat up. He gonna continue to run around for his life. Yeah, I think the Titans can get another one. Travis Henry doing Travis Henry things.
The Jets such a rebuilding mode that they'll be lucky if they get a couple of wins this year.
True indeed. All right, we got the Eagles versus the Chiefs. So as crazy as this sounds, right? I think the Chiefs are battered and bruised right now. I don't know what's going on with Andy, right? We got the report that said he was doing okay. So this game ain't gonna go like a lot of people think it's gonna go, right? I think the Eagles at home, they play passionate football. But all that being said, I think the Chiefs win, but I think it's going to be a rough victory for them, right? They're going to have to fight to get their ass up out of Philadelphia. That's literally and might be figuratively. You never know what goes on in the city of brotherly love, right? What you got? Well, you got to pick Philadelphia.
I'm not picking this game until we do our pregame show on Sunday morning. So we're live at the West End, so we'll do all our picks then. I'm not going to give it away.
I got you. No bigs. Rams, Cardinals.
Oof.
Now we got to play pesky Rams out there in L.A. in Englewood, California. It ain't Inglewood no more. It ain't Inglewood. It ain't Inglewood. It's Englewood.
Sipping the tea.
It's Englewood. Right? Englewood, California. Right? I got to pick the Birds, of course. But I think that we know how to beat the Rams, right? We've been playing against Sean McVay for 3 years now, right? So the pieces might have changed, but the offense hasn't, right? That defense, Jalen Ramsey going Jalen Ramsey, right? But we got a whole lot more weapons than a lot of teams that they play, right? So as long as we do things we're supposed to do, I feel like we can squeak a win out of there. I feel like we can get out of there by the hairs of our chinny chin chin. Look, you're talking about some of the best teams in league, right? You got the Arizona Cardinals, you got the Rams right now. Both 3-0, all right, both repping the NFC West. So it's going to be a knockdown drag. I ain't going to be none of this shit that happened last week, you know what I'm saying, versus who the hell was they playing last week? Right?
The Rams played Tampa?
Yeah, Tampa. It ain't going to be none of that, right? I honestly think that Tampa, they didn't do what they were supposed to do because they didn't lean on them boys like they should. They got a big, nasty offensive line. They should have made that game nasty, gritty, stinking. The scope should have been 13-10, but they would have got a win. You know what I'm saying? But I think we get in there, we handle our business. I think we get up for the game, and I think we get a win.
Yeah, I think this is a tough one, but you also have to look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay can't run the ball, and Arizona can run the ball because they have a quarterback who is so elusive that he can do so many different things. And I don't think the Rams defense is as good as it's been in years past. So I think it's going to be a shootout. I think Arizona nips them just by a little bit, but it's going to be a heck of a game.
I appreciate that. Seahawks versus the Niners. The Niners want some revenge after taking that L to the great one, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Almost given that game,
bro.
The rest were just. Right
when I tell you, it was one of the worst officiated games I've ever seen in my life. NFL, you better do something about it. That was bad. I mean, that was real bad. But nonetheless, Green Bay got the W. They're throwing up the W. Now the Niners got to deal with the Seahawks. This big NFC West play. The NFC West is banging on each other's head this weekend. We set tripping. All right, we are in conference, in division. We handling our business. But with that being said, the Seahawks going to Levi Stadium and get their ass kicked. All right, I don't know what's going on with the Seahawks right now, but shit ain't clicking. All right, point blank period. I don't know what to say about it. It just ain't hitting. So 49ers get the W.
Yeah,
and I'll take the line.
And I'm going Seattle just because I picked them to basically do really well. So
you got to protect your investment.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Seattle on this one.
We got the Ravens flying into the Mile High City, Denver, facing them damn Denver Broncos. Now, Denver Broncos is playing some spirited football. Teddy Two Gloves is handling his business. Vonnie Miller is got that defense charged up and rolling. But the goddamn Ravens, right? Boy, they just keep on tacking it on. With that being said, I think Lamar makes enough plays to make it happen, right? I think the Ravens get the W. Again, crazy game now. Hell, they might win by that 1 point that they've given the Broncos, but I think the Ravens get the win.
I think the Ravens are so beat up right now in terms of injuries and also the COVID list. They got some players that on that. I think Denver, I think they come away and they pull away with the win. I just think they're going to be a surprise team this year.
They are. They're doing great things. They're 3-0 right now, man. So they're doing great things. Steelers, Packers. Boom, 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 boom. Go, Pack, go. I ain't even got to say no more. It is what it is, right? I mean, the Steelers are done. You know what I'm saying? Stick a fork in them, they're done, baby. All right. Oh, return of the Mac. We got Tom Brady headed back into his former employer of 20 years. God damn. That's like going back to see your ex-wife after the divorce. Buccaneers versus the Patriots. Long story short, I think the Bucs get the win. I think they're going to do a little bit to confuse the young boy. He had a rough game last week. I don't think he'll have a rougher game as he had last week, but I do think the Buccaneers, Bruce Arians, Byron Leftwich, Todd Bowles, I think they get it back on track, and I think they go and they get the win. Plus, Tom's going to want to play well against his former employers.
Yeah. I think Tampa's just way too much for New England right now. I think Tampa gets the W.
Might be. Well, I would say might be, but, man, we got some really great games coming up week 4. But Monday night's going to be entertaining, to say the least. All right, we got a AFC West showdown for your ass. The Chargers and the Raiders. All right, shout out to that boy, Boom. We got a 3.5 favorite for the Chargers? What the hell Vegas been looking at? You got me fucked up. The Raiders can score points, and they can score points in a fast fashion, and their defense is nasty and aggressive. I think they're going to expose Hubbard. He's going to play like he played, but I think they're going to get to him too many times with Mad Max and the boys at the D-line of the Raiders, and I think that Gruden he's like Coach Klein, you know what I'm saying, on the water boy once he got his confidence back, right? He's calling some really good plays, some really wild plays, and that boy Carr executing at a high level, man. It's fun to watch, to be honest. I'm just being completely honest. It's fun to watch, right? I'm a firm believer that I think the story franchise in the NFL should be good. So to have the Raiders playing good ball, it's pretty special.
Yeah, I'm on the kind of the Herbert train a little bit. of weapons that they have. I think they edge one out on Las Vegas on that Monday night.
Uh-oh. All right, well, there it is. Make sure you got my picks wrote down, Johnny.
I got him.
You ain't lost the tablet. All right, good deal. Outstanding. All right, coming up next, all right, last segment of the show, we are going to boil a little bit. Boiling Bridges coming up right now. And the topic is going to be coaching, right? What's too far? Now, the video that we're going to play is a situation that happened at Oregon versus U of A. We talked about it a little earlier. We showed it a little earlier on our JV tweets of the weekend. But it's a situation where a young man who was playing receiver for the University of Oregon catches the ball, makes a wonderful play for a first down. The Ducks are in a 2-minute drill trying to score before halftime. All right, our guy, Coach Cristobal, rips him a new asshole when he gets a personal foul. All right, so let it run.
Pull this up, pull that clip that we had, and we can get it playing when we're here.
All right, so here we go. All right, we'll let it run again. So let the announcer talk real quick. So, yeah, turn it up, let the announcer talk.
But, you know you're on national television, and let's not embarrass the young man. This is not high school anymore.
His head coach is not real happy with that.
It's not high school.
After the conclusion of play, unsportsmanlike conduct.
You cost us 3 points.
The play resulted in a first down.
Now,
I think
what I'm going to say is this, all right? There's a difference between tough coaching and abusive coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from an era of young of guys that, again, I'm in my 40s, right? I, in high school, got my ass smacked up inside the head with whistles, forearm shiver under the chin strap, you know what I'm saying, like shoved. But I can tell you this, right? Those men that were doing that, Clarence Morgan, Willie J. McCray, right, Lester Swanigan, all these men are great men, and they've inspired great men to do great things, right? So what we just saw was not abuse. So the announcer has his opinion, and I respect that. But what we just saw was not abuse. What you just saw was a coach in Mario Cristobal who has the all-out faith in that young man to play him as a true freshman. Now, we're talking about the University of Oregon here. If you never watched the University of Oregon game, it just seems like they got more people on their sideline wearing Oregon Duck helmets than normal on any other sideline. It might just be me, but every time I watch Oregon game, I'm like, God damn, there's a whole lot of players over there. They got talent. They get 4 stars, 5 stars. So for this kid to get on the field, Mario Cristobal has the utmost faith in him, which means he's watching play in high school. He knows he's a smart kid. He knows he's a kid that plays with integrity, right? And he knows better. So hell yeah, I'm gonna rip a new asshole, right?
But the other thing about it is too, and even the aspect of life though too. You know, my grandfather, you know, rest his soul, he was a Marine, and when I went over to his house, and either, you know, I did something that upset him, or, you know, you eat dinner, you stay at the table, and he told me why you do that, and and, you know, sometimes if I don't like to eat this, he'd get mad and he would start yelling and saying, you know, you have to understand that because they yell at you doesn't mean, you know, they hate you or something like that. Right. They're trying to embarrass you. But sometimes yelling is what gets across finally. You can talk all you want, but the person's like, I'm not going to listen to this. And then when you kind of raise your voice, oh, okay, maybe I should kind of react a little. Okay, maybe, you know, it goes with life. It goes with parenting. A lot of things with coaching that involves real life too, situations.
Right, without a doubt. And one thing that you notice if you read lips, you saw the young man say yes, sir, to Coach Cristobal twice. Right? Coach Cristobal wasn't motherfucking him. He was just telling him the situation. You cost us 3 points, right? That was stupid, right? We don't do that. Learn from that. This is not the time to be a showboat, right? All right. That's been an episode of Boiling Bridges, man. Young man is going to do great things. We'll see him down the line. I'm pretty sure Coach Cristobal, shout out to him and the Oregon Ducks, man. And Andre 3000 and Big Boy and all the fans. Oh, yeah. My boy Brinson Buckner, his son, played for the Ducks. My nephew, Jared Greenfield, played for the Ducks. Oh, we got all kind of Ducks going on, right? But it's been another episode of Burning Bridges. All right, it's my producer, Johnny U, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to the All About the Birds crew. Shout out to AAT Sports Network. Follow your boy at You Know Me B-I-G. That's the letter UKNOME B-I-G at Twitter. Follow us at JB and Billy Blue Review at Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all that for the JB and Billy Blue Review. Follow my man Johnny U at Johnny JOHNNY U9322. All right, on Twitter, the All About the Birds crew. Hey, they got it on lock, man. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. We appreciate y'all. Hey, shoot us information through All About the Birds, through whatever. You still got my email?
I think I still have your email up here. Let's throw this up here too, because
throw that up there, man.
Boom.
We got topics, man. You got things you want me to talk about, shoot me an email. And I got to do a better job of checking those. I'm just being real with you. I'm just getting started. I'm not accustomed to have my own show. I'm used to being a partner in the show, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate Johnny, you and the crew, man, for doing the production thing and taking care of me on the back end. Hit me up, man, at jeremy.bridges7337 at yahoo.com for questions, concerns, comments, man, things you want us to talk about. If you got tweets that you want me to talk about or you think that should be on JB's favorite tweets, or if you got old shit plays from high school, whatever. We're not linked to the NFL like that, right? This is just the easiest thing to see. So we do have things from college. We love to see some high school footage of cats doing great things because we know they're out there doing it, all right? But shout out to Jamie Arrington, man. Hit him up at Jamie_Arrington on Twitter. This has been episode 4 of Burning Bridges, man. Until next time, all right? We'll see y'all next week. Enjoy y'all weekend of football. Be safe.
Take care.